So in this one, I was talking about my 1911 double stack 1911, a pair Ordnance Black Ops 2 that I got from my dad through some wheeling and dealing. Now on it, I've gone through and added the bushing compensator. It was a two-piece guide rod, so it was the only way to really get it to work. I added my X300 on there just because it was fun. I had found a mag extension for the 14 round mags that turned it to a 14 from a 14 to a 16 round mag. I'll later pull out another mag as well. Unfortunately, this entire day just had nothing but mic issues and that. And as I go to shoot it, I mean, I can upload the video with the audio, and you're going to see how it just goes in and out and in and out for a lot of things. For some, it just doesn't even recognize me. And I have other things that are coming up that are, or other mics that are coming in the mail that'll be for that. Otherwise, for the most part, it ran pretty good. I did run into a few issues, which will be shown on here. I was running about 50% on steel at like 10-ish, 10, 12-ish yards or so. I'm not 100% sure what my distance was. I didn't listen to what the times were. But all in all, it is a pretty fun gun. I mean, it is definitely chunky. Like right there was the first failure to feed. I have a video that I'll put after this of what I'm doing to try to see if I can mitigate its failure to feed. It seemed to be the thing that helped on my Prodigy. It's something I've done on about most of my 1911s, actually quite a few of my guns, which I'll get into it. So, I was able to go through and get everything. So yeah, I want to say I only ran into 2 of the failure to feeds, and I believe I had 3 failure to extracts. I mean, but then again, this is not my go-to carry nor home defense firearm. This is just a more of a range gun that I just thought was really cool. I mean, and I want to say, yeah, right there was the first failure to extract, which was the weirdest thing. I just didn't understand why it did that. But I mean, each time I had that whole thing, it either fell out immediately, or I think that one I had to rack the slide. I don't even know if I needed to rack the slide on it. But otherwise, it was a fun range day. I'm just upset that my mic wasn't working properly. There's the next failure to feed. That one went in pretty easily that way. There's that failure to extract. And it just wobbled out. Yeah, I still like this gun. It's pretty fun. I want to put some more rounds through it, but unfortunately 45 ACP tends to be on the more expensive side. There was the third. I don't remember if I had... Okay, so we had 3 failure to extracts, 2 failure to feeds, and that's on the standard mags. So I know I still have another mag after this, and I can't remember if I had any failures on it. But like, yeah, I know it's one of those things. Again, it's not going to be my go-to war gun. So now we got to pull out the mag that makes this gun look absolutely ridiculous. And it's a Pro Mag, but it is 20 rounds of 45 ACP. And if I could get everything on that gun to work properly, would have been great. I mean, from what I could tell, I don't think it was the mags necessarily, especially for how the failure to feeds were. I need to get a haircut, obviously. Or at least I think I do. I mean, honestly, the bushing compensator is not really doing anything that I'm aware of. I mean, it comps a little bit, but not a lot. Wait, did this mag actually run well? I'm kind of reacting live to my own video because, like I said, the audio was trash. So, yeah, like I said, I was doing okay for the steel shots, but I'm not a competition shooter. I mean, heck, this was the only gun I had out there that day that was just strictly irons. If I could get a second Black Ops and send the slide out to get a cut or get a second slide made for it, oh dear lord, oh, that'd be just so freaking funny to piss some boomer off or whatnot. All right, so it looks like I had 4 failure to extracts. Oh, always closer to the end of the mag. But otherwise, like I said, it's an extremely fun gun, and I've never really had any issues with Para Ordnance before, but this is really a sample size of one, and I still would love to get one of their originals from back in the day. So as I stated in the shooting video that I had to do a voiceover because the microphone was just so bad. This is my Para Ordnance Blackouts. It is a double stack 1911 chambered in 45 ACP. I don't remember who made the mag extensions that I have. Yeah, I like to add snap caps variations to do dry firing stuff and whatnot. I got a video that I'll put in after this, so it's going to show what I did because of the failures that I had, which was 4 failure to extracts, 2 failures to feed, and for the extract, I have no idea. I tried to clean around the extractor as much as possible. That was just a weird one. Could have been a fluke because I hadn't really done anything with this gun since I had taken it out to shoot it with my dad like a year ago. But other than that, all I did was I changed the grips to these ones that are a black and gray instead of the standard black ones that they have, which were still a G10. Pretty nice. Basically, I just wanted to have this gun because it's a pretty fun gun, and not every gun needs to serve some grandiose purpose of some role. You're going to have every gun be a go-to gun. No, some of them just have to be fun. Like, I still like freaking pocket guns, like this North American Arms 32 ACP Guardian. Cool gun, kicks like a mule because of how small it is. But yeah, this thing, it's a bit of a chonky boy because it's a double stack 1911 compared to like the Prodigy, but then again, that's a 9mm as well. But you can still get a pretty decent grip on it. It's not as hard to shoot as people think. It's freaking 45 ACP. It's more of a push than it is a kick. But otherwise, it's just a fun gun. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, I threw my Surefire X300 on here just basically for fun to try to plausibly irritate some people who are super 1911 purists. But yeah, I think Para Ordnance might have went out of business. I can't remember exactly. A lot of their stuff's rare to see. I mean, it's this gun and one other double stack that get the 14 round magazines, because like I said, this one it's supposed to go up to 14, but this is actually a legitimate 2-round extension, which for 45 is impressive. But yeah, I just want to talk about and showcase one of the other guns that I've gotten throughout my life, and that I just think is cool. I probably got a couple more 45s I might talk about. There's only like maybe a handful more that I want to get, and I probably won't buy another 45 otherwise, just because they don't have as many cool guns that I like, and that I can't get in a different caliber. Alrighty, I'll go into the one thing of what I did to hopefully help, which I will make an update later on this to see if I upped its reliability by what I did.
Okay, so I definitely had some issues with my Para Ordnance Black Ops at the range. I actually had 3 failures. 2 to, there was 5 failures. Did I say 3 days? Whatever. It was 3 failure to extract, which was the weirdest thing because it didn't even pull, which was really odd. And so I don't think that would be attributed to the magazine and that whole thing. And I had 2 failure to feeds. So I don't think my dad had too many issues with it. You can kind of see through here. I know this light is stupid bright for where it's at. But you can kind of see how it looks, hopefully. And it looks pretty decent from what I can tell inside of it. It is definitely rougher inside. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Hopefully that's coming through. Can't really tell upon my looking of it. But I'm going to go through and buff it out, and we'll see if YouTube gets mad at me for this. I'm just going to rebuff the chain, or rebuff the feed ramp, and then I will buff the. Once I wear this thing down a bit more, I'm going to rebuff the chamber. Pop that speed up some. Need more compound. I'm doing this to slowly wear down the, there we go. So that went into there, and as you can tell, that's already starting to look exponentially shinier and better. Get a rag out here so I can at least clean some of the excess off. Oh yeah, that's definitely looking way, way better. Let's take some pictures of it. Alright. Probably should have grabbed a glove for this. Why I have these things chilling here. Cleaning stuff earlier. Alright. Add a little more. Pop that up and speed some. That is just, holy cow. It's not getting super hot yet. Oh yeah, that's looking way better than it did. So now, theoretically, this should help with the, wow, feeding and extracting. Brain went freaking nowhere. This is a compound I got from my dad when he works there, because like once it gets too small, they can't really use it on their buffing machines anymore. And actually show what I'm doing. Whew, that is getting warm. Can't really get that in there, but I can take a Q-tip. Oh, yeah, I didn't really show what I was doing because I didn't place the camera in the well-known spot, so there's some stuff in there. Let's hope that can be seen better. Yeah, you can see a bit more of a reflection now. I mean, it's definitely looking better than it was. I'm pretty sure that there's some gunsmith out there that's going to tell me I'm stupid for doing this or whatnot. It's like, but this has seemed to have been one of the easiest things to do to help your gun. At least from what I've found. The worst thing is once you start getting below chain calibers like 9mm and everything, because then you have to really wear the heck out of it, and it's hard to find the right ones you can even do for like a 22. A 17 HMR is almost out of the question. Okay. This thing's warm. Where did I put that? But I figured why not go and show this, although YouTube might get a little mad at me doing that. But that is looking exponentially better. Usually all you need to do is buff the feed ramp, but it was having more troubles when it would come up and go over or into it, so it was hitting something and just kind of stopping on a few of them. Now normally, since this one's a 1911, you wouldn't have this whole thing right here for a feed ramp. This is Ordnance's double stack, and I've only got really the experience with the one I got from my dad, but I think they might have done this more to try to help with feeding issues. But let's go ahead and do this a bit more. I'll have to go through and probably detach the audio from my shooting since the mic was just so bad. Yeah. That's what I get with using a battery operated Dremel. Dremel, one of the gun owner's best friends and worst enemies. Ooh, that's got some smell to it now. Definitely heating up. Ooh, yeah. That's that compound. For stuff. Oh yeah, that's looking way better. Warm. Alright, what can I possibly do? That's not going to work too well. That's not going to work too well. Guess we'll try it. Usually a cotton rag works better at getting the excess compound off. Which, ooh, yeah, you can see that excess compound. Holy Toledo. Now I just need to use a bore snake or something, which I don't have on me. Yeah, holy cats, that thing looks way better than it did. Hopefully that. Yeah, we're going to try this. We're going to turn that off. Hopefully that kind of comes through. And we'll turn the light back on. Double check it again. Shouldn't need to do any more to it. You know, the looks of it. I'll have to pick up my bore snake this week for my folks' house for a 45 because I kind of did bring one with me unless does this. I think this kit might only be for 9. Don't ask me why I normally do that 3 times. It's a weird thing. People have habits. Oh, yeah, that looks way better. We're still gonna take that out of there, right? Word, come back here. Just try to get that lip. There we go. That's way better. I'll take a pick real quick just to kind of scrape off anything else I might have missed, which you can tell there's a little bit on there. Take a fresh Q-tip. Q-tips may not be the best for your ears, supposedly. They're great for gun cleaning, in my opinion. So that looks way better. I mean, you can already tell from the feed ramp that, at least I hope it comes through, the feed ramp is exponentially shinier than it was. It's actually one more thing that I'm going to give a quick more once over. Oop, shit. Fucker, stop that. Just re-hit some spots there. It might have spittled on. Oh yeah, that looks way better than it did before. So at most I may need to focus some more on here, which is what I'm gonna work on. Actually, I can do that. Come on, it's getting nice and warm. Oh yeah, that looks way better. So now, theoretically, since it's nice and smoother, since things have been buffed out, the rough edges have been blended a little better without having to take any high grit sandpaper to it or anything. This will hopefully run better. Now, could have been a mixture of the mags for the failure to feed. The failure to extract was just on the gun. I have no idea why it did that, but I'm not super into guns, or not super into guns, but into guns. I don't know as much, so hopefully I can make this into the video and have something out in the next couple days.